Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to some more APollojustice, aceattorney. Last time on Turnabout Serenade, we're on the day 2, trial day 2. I don't know why I get trial day 2, trial. I don't know why they write the same thing twice, but they do. Like in this one, it was investigation day 2, a mysterious replica. So they get funny with the investigation names for trials. So just like trial day 2. I guess maybe it's because it's the beginning and they don't want to spoil anything, but they spoil stuff before I have what scheduled. Start playing. July 10th, 9:49 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Well, this is it, Luigi.
Day's the day it all goes down, Mario. Then there was yesterday. Count flashbacks. This meeting is over. Sorry. Give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy, we're leaving.
Darian, wait.
I never liked you. Either of you. It's like, huh? It's like, well, you too. Okay, no.
Fine, we're gonna get you executed. Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us.
We're so close to Venom.
Hey, Apollo.
Didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Machi, please.
Evil guy.
Purple guy. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. What was that? He is hurt, but unseen.
Who's that talking?
It's his eye.
We just don't know the voices.
Fallon Grammary, I exclaimed as he walked in through the door, normally. Just walks in.
You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valent?
Okay, so now it's like this. Is he still going to be French, or is he going to go back to normal?
He's French until he's actually on the stand, and then he's no longer French.
He's just feeling a little fruity and just being French that day.
Yeah.
No. See if I feel like turning French later. If he says one word in French again, I'd be like, okay, time to go back. But no. Boss proposition.
Yes, he just says one word in French, and then you auto-translate, just thinks the whole thing is French, and corrects it as so.
It's one thing, and then he just gets imbued with the culture. No. But I stand to stand upon the stand. Why my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day.
Ooh, with vanishing magic?
Indeed. I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning.
Warning? What?
Grand Gramarye glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. Glamour? Spell of sorcery, a great illusion. It's true, see, though it pains me to part so. I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell! Casually walks away.
And there he goes.
Sure seemed happy about that illusion thing.
Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually it involves cutting up things like people or elephants, or the Eiffel Tower, anything really.
He was talking about what we saw at the concert.
Lamoureux's disappearing act.
Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. Took me to burn, it didn't explode.
It just ignited. Everybody chill.
It would have been much worse. Just freaking explodes and shrapnel kills everybody.
Shrapnel into the audience. Terrorist attack. I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened.
I think the magic is what explains everything, but I can't explain a trick, so peace out. No. It's about time. Shall we go? Excuse me, sir. Yes? Did you talk? Schedule starting time for the trial has been changed. Trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience. Huh? Did something happen? This is the first. By judge's request, some urgent personal business. Great, I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Apparently he's visiting the hospital again. It's like, oh shit. Come off like an asshole, man. The hospital. It was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently his condition worsened considerably this morning. Chief Justice's son.
Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning, the judge says he had to go visit him after the trial.
Heard a flashback. The article about it in the newspaper. Why don't you kids read? First case in country, the first time anyone had enteritis. And only Virginia has the cure, so it's like, dang. The fact that's like all of America apparently never even had a single case. And it's like you just guess, like holding on to it. It's like, unless it's like a Virginian born and raised disease, I don't understand. But anyway, Garrett, read about it yourself. It's like, here, take my newspaper. Stand here.
Son was afflicted with enteritis.
Enteritis? Where have I heard that before? Flashback to Gavin from 2 seconds ago.
I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV guide page to me.
Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can. Fucking love Garfield.
And he hates Mondays. Mondays.
Mondays.
Mondays.
Ahem, my apologies for the delay. Ah, court is now in session for the trial of, how do I say this name again?
Tobai, our suspect fortissimo.
Right. It's his trial in any case. Defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock.
Is something wrong, Your Honor? No, well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Enteritis, was it? That article said there was no known cure. I should actually read the newspaper.
It's fine,
Yeah.
it's just a headline. Everything else, Apollo's eyes just glaze over.
Oh, you're right. It's the same.
Oh, yeah.
Closer to home than ever
This is a
before.
lie. What's this graph mean? Tell me.
What is this? It's the graph to show off a case of 0 to 1. They just draw this graph. It's like, what does that have to do with anything?
But Judge, let me say with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law.
Indeed. A judge can only cry when it's all over. No, we left off at quite the juncture yesterday.
Judge may cry.
Even a judge may cry. Ask Interpol about that number. IPXX 314206. Third or fourth time I've had to read this. The agent registered under this number was Romaine Latouche. Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help. Oh, no problem at all, Yana. I'll be heading out.
Hold it.
You say, even though you
I'm
know
just
that.
showing the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
So good you have to see it 20 times.
Wait.
Almost like it's padding out.
That the voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it.
Start reading
Hell?
for me.
Just start reading. Every time there's a flashback, we should all just read for each other's characters.
That the voice I heard
That'd be
talking to
funny.
Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Derry.
Okay. Who's reading?
It's your
Flashback
turn now,
now.
Spooky. You get to be him in flashback this time.
No way!
No way! Radical! That's how I should have voiced him. Damn it. No.
Did I give you an idea?
It's too late now. His ass is going to the chair.
Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought that Darian would guest star in the season of Cliffhanger as a suspect?
Ask the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings.
Darian Crescent is a member of my band, the Cavaliers. He is also a detective, making the current charge serious indeed. Yet after investigation, I found no cause to alter our case or file new charges.
And your reason is?
Aren't you aware of forehead?
The Gaviniers have investigated the Gaviniers and found nothing wrong.
No, found no wrongdoing. No.
He has an impeccable alibi.
I mean, it is fair that, the fact that he was on stage when it supposedly happened. An alibi?
Let us review the facts again, shall we? The concert held that night of the shooting was in 3 sets. The Cavaliers ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guest took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Ramiro, and Marty, along with the drummer and bassist, for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the third set. Ramiro and the defendant, Marty Tobai, had left the stage during that point. And the Cavalier were already rocking. This is when 2 shots rang out to the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard them too, right?
I sure did.
Furthermore, Lamiro herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime. And she claims to have heard Mr. Latouche, detective, and Detective Crescent talking.
But that's impossible. Crescent was...
Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. Voila! A perfect alibi.
Does the defense have anything to add to this? It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up. Appears the defense has no objections. I believe I can safely say that Darren Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged.
Which means that Lamiro was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true.
It's just a prank. Very well. Of course, if we disregard a testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections.
Uh-oh, Apollo, if he declares a verdict now...
Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lemuel might have been lying to protect Machi. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center? Okay, Maya, you get to do this now. Get to do your... About the case... No, he just keeps switching it up for flashback. About the case. What about the case?
He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouche's death. This meeting's over.
Arian! Dramatic reenactments. Yeah, that makes it even funnier. We have to say the same thing 20 times. Just flashback over and over.
That flashback every single time and all the voices are different. It's like, it's weird. I
Dramatic
remember it different.
reenactment.
Yeah, this is how we keep things interesting here. They want to pad it
Trying
out
to
so
tell
much.
us something. I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him under oath. Very well, the court finds the defendant. What was his name again? Your Honor. No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquis or Mr. Justice. Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness.
Exactly who else do you need to hear from?
A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English.
You don't mean...
I do. The defense calls defendant Machi Divine to the stand.
Doesn't speak
Phoenix
English.
doesn't speak
Please come
English.
out.
But he doesn't speak English. We just put him to death without cause. No. We'll use an interpreter. No.
Interpreter, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as I love you, and where's the toilet?
The only
All he
two things
needs all he needs for his hog in both manners. No. I love you and where's the toilet? That's all he needs. No. The feds would like to request Lamure as the interpreter. Lamure? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie? It's most unusual.
Bravo her for it. Head Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. Lamure lies. I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of this language should be enough for that.
Well, for prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff, please show the defendant and Lamure to the witness stand.
I suppose there is a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Lamure.
Yes. He says Machi Tobai, the defendant.
You get to just be on the stand again and have to just read everything again. Because my character just go. Certainly is the first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would. If I would what, Your Honor? Would what? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought that far yet.
Apollo, aren't you going to ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday?
How can I if I don't know what he was saying?
Excuse me a moment, if I might speak.
Yes, let me.
Just now, Machi said that there is something about which he wishes to testify.
And she wants to testify about something. What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about?
One moment, please.
Suspense is killing me.
What?
What? What? Well, let me.
According to Machi, he has proof of his innocence.
What? Wait, what?
This is a surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it!
All we had to do was just ask him, did you do it? And he's like, no. Yeah, if only anyone spoke to him. We just locked him in a room for days. Yep. Sounded too good to believe, and I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this is vital testimony. Machi. Please testify to the court.
Very well.
Witness testimony. Proof of innocence.
And we start slapping each other in the back of the head.
He says the word of Mr. Lotus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
I see. He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely.
I wondered what he meant by proof. Why? He would only have to ask Lamure to know the meaning of that song.
Did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him?
I did tell him, generally, what the song was about. But never in so much detail, and he never asked.
As my oft-repeated warning, already fled that forehead. Namiro might be protecting the witness.
Well, anyway, let's proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony, I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday, it'll work today.
Okay, time to perceive something. Proof of innocence.
I mean, that doesn't really give us much, so
Yeah, let me just save it.
it's probably fine. Killing truly followed the lyrics of my song. I, that is he, could not have done it. Okay, then his reason, he says, because the lyrics aren't English, he does not understand them. But we have a feeling that he understood what he was saying, so maybe this is a lie, because it's like, no,
Let's
this guy's fake it, he knows English. He's just from the Bronx, I'm telling you. Stare at those dead eyes. The lyrics
Makes any movement.
Oh, his eyes moved. Get him. No.
I missed it. Missed it by
Okay.
that much. Wait
All
until
over now.
it's all over. But
He passes out. Apollo has passed.
He's straining his showering gun too much.
Done.
There, he's
Stone
shifty
grinding
eye.
sound effect. Gotcha!
Punch him in the eye.
Soon as
It's like you look at the woman who is speaking, so you're lying. Machi. You can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her at the very moment Lumira said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me, the little snake. No. Machi, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you?
What are you saying? Of course you can't. But
The funniest part is if you just start speaking English, that means I'm gonna have to like speak English with that tone of voice. So get ready for that. No, must you continue the charade?
Mr. Justice, Machi says this. I know the word English.
Huh?
Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name from this language. That is all.
What? Give me a break.
Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you know Espanol, for instance?
Well, yeah, but
I'm sorry, but he truly does not understand your language.
well, then explain this. My bracelet's moving. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? It is simple. So simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper.
Newspaper.
The Virginian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know.
Daily Bugle.
Okay, so we got that. We got that.
Actually,
thing.
Doesn't mention the lyrics of Lemurier's ballad.
Just straight up, the only thing it says is doesn't. It's the only thing
Yep.
we know about it is that it doesn't talk about the lyrics. So we got his ass.
We have already
Done.
begun to report this case in our homeland.
I was right.
What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they are quite fierce all of a sudden.
Like how Apollo is like Edgeworth, where everyone's like, "Why are you scowling at me? Why are your eyes so intense?" Phoenix, are like, "You just look dumb," and he's like, "Oh." These people, it's like, "Why are you so aggro, bro?" What? No, Machi is lying.
Real
Maybe it's time to show them proof that he's lying. Pulls out gun. Virginia newspaper. Throw a newspaper. I have here a Virginian newspaper, the Virginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics.
What? What is this all about?
Much. He just has an ulcer. It explodes and he dies on the stand. Sorry, Much. You
Deadly
couldn't have
idea.
read about the lyrics in a Virginian newspaper. Speaks his first words. He's like, fuck. What does this mean?
But I don't see how that's possible. Oh, I know. You must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes.
Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in the police questioning. I read the full report myself.
So the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. English, mother! Do you speak? Witness will explain herself or himself. Translate.
Archie says. He says.
Says you. No. Yes.
It is true I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember.
You remember?
He says he had heard the lyrics from me.
What? Is this true, Lemieux?
Yes, I'm afraid I had forgotten it myself.
Okay, now you're just covering for me.
Yeah.
So it looks like her forehead has been jumping to conclusions again.
It seems so, yes. No. I was onto something, I know it. Can't let this chance slip away. Pulls out gun. Time is an issue today. Mr. Justice, are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you going to do, Apollo?
I'm gonna keep on cross-examining. I'd better have an angle of attack. Or else. The bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. You must. Very well, witness.
I understand. It was I
Now
who
it's-
explained that crime followed the song.
Okay, now we do this, and then now we'll look at her throat, probably, and be like, are you swallowing again? It's like normal, innocent people don't swallow, Lemroar.
No, it's back in him.
Oh.
I think he does something else.
Or are you able to drag all the way over to her?
Oh, yeah.
She directly stares at his chest and passes out. Yeah, she's swallowing.
We'll get it next run. I don't want to mess it up. Gotta make sure it's nice and centered on.
Go to pause, cancel. It was. Lemure. I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain?
Me? Uncertain?
Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I don't sound like that.
How dare you insult me? I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you.
I mean, are you indeed protecting someone?
It's not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself.
Allow me to answer for you. And allow me to retort. You're protecting Phoenix, right? No, you're protecting Machi. There's literally no one else you could be protecting. I don't know why this is a question. It's like,
Yeah. I mean, who else would she be protecting? I don't know.
Plus, it's only protecting him if he says a lie.
Protecting
and you
Valent.
just go
He's
along
the
with
guy. No.
it. The magician is the killer. Never trust those magicians. At least this one isn't in the circus. We'll give him that. Amior, you are protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us you had explained how the crime followed the saw. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Mach, I believe you didn't do it. Really, I trust you. But you've lied to us twice. And the third time, I'll have to kill you. And now you have Lemure lying on your behalf. This is going to work. You have to trust me, too. I'm a lawyer. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. American can't understand.
Screams in English.
Speaks in the deepest voice possible. Witnesses is true, but you understand English? Yes, a little only. What?
First he could see, now he could talk.
Next he can walk.
Oh wait, he already can.
So that's his secret, he's actually crippled. Actually, he's in a wheelchair at all times. We just never see him from the waist down, so we don't know.
Ah. And you did not know about this, Lemure.
No, I did not. It is quite a surprise.
How many secrets is this witness hiding?
Yes, this is less.
Machi, could you tell us what really happened?
No shooting. I did no shooting.
It's gonna make him speak in the Virginia. So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those 2 gunshots, correct?
Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either.
I was in the dressing room behind desk manager here on floor.
Which would be after the shooting, right?
And there is voice.
Voice or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
When Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. Latouche had already been shot. And then we came to the door.
And lie up and take off. Run away, run away.
So it was you who escaped through that air vent.
As the prosecution has upheld the law, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession?
No, he's clearly denied that he did it.
And no shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor.
The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is a shooter.
Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
He's clammed up, Apollo.
Let's ask Mr. Justice. Would you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? So nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no, of course there is.
What is this cocoon, anyway?
Oh yeah, I forgot we're switching voices. Now you become
Oh, yeah.
Lemure. Maya.
The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure.
Cure? No. A cure? No. Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He says nothing.
Let us be.
Manish Bay.
He won't tell me.
The cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please, tell us the truth for your own sake.
No, no more speak. Not to any of you. I plead fifth. It's like, okay.
So much for your precious trust, I forfeit.
Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him.
Regardless, this brings us to an impasse.
does seem that the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to lose more value should this continue. I see no other course but to clear a 5-minute recess. The slides call in my name. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we may proceed. Go talk to your client for 5 minutes, and then I want this to continue.
Apollojustice.
That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some.
Believe I'm no shooting.
Claims Mr. Latouche was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it.
Suddenly I hear a revolver. Close, very close. Then I hear a voice.
Heard gunshots?
Yes, it's true. I hear a revolver, but only sound.
But you're saying you went into the dressing room? And found Mr. Latouche already dead, and then you heard shots? That's true.
So you were at the scene of the crime and you heard those shots.
And you escaped through the air vent.
I know.
Huh? What do you know?
I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
Vents went to both the stage and the backstage area. Is that what he means?
Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo.
Huh, yeah.
They were on the map the entire time.
How'd you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something.
I hear this from a magician.
Magician?
Don't look at me.
Magician, huh?
Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Machi didn't shoot Mr. Latouche.
Yeah, but what does that leave us with? Supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard the shots? That one's gonna go over well in court. Not.
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me.
I'll just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So, what do we do?
You're sure you won't testify, Machi?
I'm not talking, no.
Well, it was worth a shot.
That cuckoo.
I can't go home.
Can't go home. No.
I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death.
That's right, punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Just have a stroke during the flashback. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to try a different approach.
That's the spirit, Apollo. So what's your plan?
Thought you would testify about it. We'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone else?
I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there.
Right.
Mirror, we're gonna force you back onto the stand again.
Yep. It's the only option.
She's like, I didn't see that coming.
Oh! Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well. So they testify? Nope. Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What?
Shame, that's you. I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? But you won't testify. Then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamior. Lamior?
What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Namiro's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can...
We always taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? For being blind? That's a hate crime. Someone wanted Lemuror dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
What?
Oh, no one told you?
I've had no such report.
This guy
She
tells
just
me nothing.
ghosted me. She just ghosted me when she didn't show up when I wanted to question her. Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lemuror? Can you think of a reason?
Well,
She's Virginian. It's a what? No.
Hate crime.
No.
It's all about the hate crimes. Double hate crime. She's foreign and blind. It's like, my God. And a woman. Oh my God. Maybe a triple.
That's bad. That's real bad.
Think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? If someone tried to keep her mouth shut, who could that have been? You don't think? I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latouche. The killer was afraid of her, of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out.
so am I to understand that this is what you were saying? Namely, that there's a nugget of truth in Lemuror's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover.
A chicken nugget. Exactly.
I knew that was coming.
Nuggets. Lemuror was attacked. This has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lemuror's testimony once more. Welcome back.
No, I must apologize. I must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not apologize. I know that Machi is innocent. And I will do all that I can until the court realizes this.
Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots in the shooter's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Darien Crescent, yes?
That is correct.
At which point I proved that she could not be correct. She couldn't have had any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed. It was found to be soundproof.
You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there.
There is, it seems, much you do not know.
And yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind to testify once more to the court.
Of course, Your Honor.
Witness testimony. What I heard.
Was on my way back from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them, Mr. Latouche and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony.
I'm sorry.
You should be. No.
I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I have said here is the truth.
Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. That you have said to what you have said to have happened is impossible.
Do I have to repeat myself? Lemuror was attacked because of this testimony. What, Trucy?
Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. Do the Phoenix right way.
Yeah.
Just bluff and bluster. Okay, very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness.
Okay, what do we want to look at? Just press everything.
All right. What was the next thing? This one probably makes sense. What did you actually hear anything? Can you give us a single word? What was said? Darien Crescent.
I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday.
How many times do I need to remind you that it's impossible? There's no way you could have heard him.
Because the window at the scene was closed. Is that why?
Of course.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try. What they talking about?
Yeah, what the talking?
And what the dog doing? Art, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us.
What the dog doing?
I have given it much reflection.
I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember.
I only heard one phrase clearly.
A whole phrase?
Do you remember something you said?
Why did you say anything yesterday?
Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said.
This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say?
It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Lutus.
Shoot her then, Darien Crescent. Well, what did he say?
It's over. Press the switch now.
Switch. The shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Latus?
I thought it quite strange myself afterward.
It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? Sure, I'd be delighted. It's a very, very vital. Maybe we could add that to testimony.
Maybe, Apollo?
Trying to pull my remote trigger.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Pull it.
Which changes the whole time frame of this.
Get a load of this.
Because it's an ignition.
Machi, I need more power. No, press the switch. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words.
Oh. Yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch. Save the lights.
True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a switch right here. Explodes. No. Certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it? A Nintendo Switch, TM. Problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. Stage? Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there.
It's a stage.
Claiming that the voice Lamia heard? Someone commanding another to press the switch? It's a possibility.
Oh, her forehead. I'd call that an impossibility.
Why?
It's hardly necessary for me to remind you, the court. This reminds the court of the layout of the concert floor. The stage is quite far from Namiwa's dressing room. Not to mention that the Gaviniers were in the middle of a concert in said stage. We aren't known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard.
Shoot all you wanted and not be heard.
Probably also that. The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout.
So too have her forehead's cries of possibility fallen short of being heard.
Sorry, but he wouldn't have needed to shout.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said, or do you need me to shout it out for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this? Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on stage from the dressing room. Ear headset, yeah. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this.
Voice that's...
What is it? It's some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking? Yes, sir. No, this is a type of transmitter. A communications device. Communications? Device? What I've heard, everyone on stage is wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Kev? What I heard that night.
Yes, actually, sir, from talking between band members. We all had one.
So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
True, but wait. So isn't that an electronic signal? To avoid interference with the audio systems, the range is quite limited.
Lemmy Aurora said it was about 30 feet, right?
Look at the cross-section of the diagram of the concert form.
Oh,
Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet.
that can't be.
Voices in my head. They're screaming. And I'm here heard the shooter's voice. He could have been talking to someone on stage.
You're claiming this is a switch in question. Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could have been placed in the pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hid it on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? And the shooter said press the switch.
Well, I guess we don't. Unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where the switch was, there's little point in debating it. I was sure this was the way to go with this.
What is a switch anyway? We don't even know the basic fact.
Brain blast. Wait a second. I do know what the switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case.
What's up, Apollo? Apollo?
Stay back, magician. We know about the switch, right? We know what it is.
Yeah?
Well, think of when it was used that day. Think of what happened. Well, Mr. Justice, we have no further information to share concerning the switch. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice. I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what the switch is. Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking the switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain what the switch is? This little thing called a detonator. Niter, excuse me. Mr. Gavin, remember this.
Is that...
Now what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones? This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter? Yes, actually.
You aren't saying this switch is a remote?
I am. This is a remote trigger for an igniter.
What?
Look, I'll show you. Justice, you'll cease and desist from burning down this courtroom. Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I expected. Cause some kind of terrorism and destroy the courtroom. You wouldn't want that. Horrible. My whiskers had caught on fire. I would have sued you.
At least his beard didn't catch
Prosecutor
on fire like someone else's did.
Yeah.
And instead he grows hair. Burns his beard away and his hair comes out of his head. Fire hair. My God, he's God. No. Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. Switch is a remote ignite trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you?
You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you?
Ah,
Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. And your guitar caught fire in the middle of your performance. Was that part of the stage show, though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake.
that's right. He got it in Virginia from Lamiroir. He said the sound was amazing. Before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes.
So bad as the guitar, so brighter it burns. Her forehead.
Yes?
Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice, heard by Lamio. And the guitar suddenly catching on fire.
I am. It's really simple when you think about it. So the Toos and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught fire. Oh, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really? Seems pretty simple to me.
Her forehead will destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong.
What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin?
A simple story makes no sense. Think. That night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set.
Ah, that's right, of course. The guitar caught fire during Lamiroir's song.
See that 6 times?
Lammy yours.
Yet the shooting happened during the third set. The third set.
German accents are hard,
9.
believe it or not.
9.
The two are utterly unrelated.
Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty.
See, the story makes no sense.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? No. What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice? Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far. What premise is this specifically? I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
What's this? The detective in the sky heard shots and found the body. All of this happens in the third act.
Maybe she's stupid. Gunshots rang out. And according to his testimony, Machi was in the dressing room at the time. Are you going with this, Mr. Justice? Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony. Namely, that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is insane.
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on this headset, telling someone to press the switch. Next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote-triggered igniter was inside the guitar. Through all these facts, we could draw only one conclusion. Crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act.
What?
Order, order, order! But that goes against the evidence. What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of the song, yes?
Hey, he's right. Look. The bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
Thinking about it the wrong way.
Huh?
Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it. Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose?
Reverse, Prosecutor Gavin?
If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet her forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he'd follow the lyrics the whole way. Order, order, order! That would explain the most unusual situation. It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. Sadly, it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good. I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic. What's flawed from the very beginning?
I question your haircut, not fly.
Yes, a contradiction her forehead. One I've pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window as the scene was closed. How could Lamiro have heard a voice to it?
Oh,
I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact. But you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
right. Amira's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice.
What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene, we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence, but how do I make it work?
I see a more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigating immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Care to tell us how Lamiro heard the voice?
A key point, to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice, you got one thing to prove and one thing only. Amira heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think, how is Lamira able to hear the voice?
The window was open.
She has divine hearing. She was somewhere else. When in doubt, they're somewhere else.
If you don't know what the answer is, just say something else.
When they investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it had it been opened either. Meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
Oh, it's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Virginian too.
Racism. It's like, wait, he does have a problem with Virginians. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down there, Gavin. Clavier master race Gavin over here. No.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying, Lemire cannot hear the voice through that window. So there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. What's this?
You two amuse me so. And here I thought you had good sense. Well, you and good sense were back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and good sense speak two entirely different languages.
One of them might be Virginia.
Yeah. God forbid, right? According to him, anyway.
Shall I interpret for you? Her forehead. Amira clearly stated she heard the voice through that small window. And there's only one small window at the scene.
Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene?
There is?
I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well, you claim Lemire heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Lemire heard the voice from here.
The ceiling fence. Is that what he's talking about?
I mean, I guess, yeah, through the vent up there by the ladder.
This one.
This little window. Yes.
Can I sneeze one sec? Did I get it, or is it...
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneeze one sec.
Excellent.
On cinema.
Nice timing.
This is where Lemire heard that voice from. But that's no small window. That's a space station. That's an air vent. What did she tell us? She said she said she's Virginian and unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window.
Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous.
Ludicrous speed, go!
So Lemire was up in the ventilation system listening to some man's voice.
That's the only logical explanation, yes.
Logical. I do not think this word means what you think it means, her forehead.
Okay, what about this isn't logical?
It hardly merits saying. Lemire beyond the ventilation system. Hiding like a rat. No offense intended to her, of course.
I don't know. I feel like you're kind of offensive to Virginians, Clavier.
Yeah.
Explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin.
Xenophobic.
You're trying to save face with this concert, aren't you? No. Isn't it, Lemire? Yeah, but listening to our discussion here, yes?
Yes. I admit it's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear through it?
It's a vent.
A theater prosecutor might himself need an interpreter.
Problem here is words. Amir, this small window through which you heard the voice. Was it up high on the ceiling of the room, not low on a wall?
Yes, it was up on the ceiling.
What?
Meaning our live Lemure reaction was not real. Order, I will have order! Where's everyone going? Turn off the lights! No. Witness, you will clarify the statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you are up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime?
Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry. I never imagined it would become such an important point.
Yes, well, why the heck were you up there?
Yeah, and then like everyone's assuming, you know, say she left the stage from the backstage entrance and somehow she's in the vent? Okay.
I believe it's time for another testimony.
I'm not sure. I can't.
Remind you, this is a murder trial. We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please. Yeah, looks like I'm on the right track.
Witness testimony. Above the ceiling.
Can you pause it for a sec?
Yeah.
Metal Gear Lemire.
Yeah.
So it seems. Looks like she's holding something on her back there. Yes, when I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard that there was a small window there before. I was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I heard. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, the ventilation system is the tunnel that they were talking about.
So the magician had talked about the ventilation system, and then it's like, oh, so this is how your magic trick was done. You went through a little tunnel.
There we have it then. As to say I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter.
You know, she takes it seriously when she's not even in cases of murder, will not spill the beans.
Bound to secrecy. It's like magic is a big deal.
In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold.
You say you were in the middle of your performance. So this did happen in the second act.
I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard.
Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail.
So that's what the common cross-examination is for. Yeah, for it. Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission.
Very well. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
What are you going to do, Apollo?
Going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her.
Cross-examination. Above the ceiling.
Casually, I was just above the ceiling. Whatever.
What of it? Got a problem with that?
Alright, so if you're above the ceiling, sure. Heard a small window, yeah, we talked about it in court, so you heard the thing, yeah. Middle. I had no time, okay, and what's next? That's why I was there, I cannot say.
What do we even have? I saw apology.
Well, anyways, fourth, as to why I cannot say, do we just throw the video and be like, it was the magic trick, because the video is just them always talking about the magic trick, so I assume.
Okay.
Be like, you were doing magic, weren't you?
The magic man gave it to us, so...
Given this by a magic man. I mean, or truth be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance.
What happened?
Yes, it's all right here on this video.
Get to see it.
Wraps herself around me. Down through the air I fly.
Takes your soul.
Burning on in my fire. Burn my love away, all away. Like a bullet of love. Fire, take my life away.
Fire, walk with me.
All the way. Guitar, guitar. Up together to the sky.
My guitar!
Mein Gott! As we could see, Lamira was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. Oh! Though it saddens me to be so realistic. Lamira isn't capable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of the form.
Apollo.
What, Trucy?
It's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets, and it's against the rules.
I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating. But how is it possible? It's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Oh! He's just realizing his own oversight. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here we could trace a route through the ceiling. Goes from the stage to the backstage to the rear of the form. Oh! Is it aneurysm? Follow Amir's testimony from yesterday.
Oh no, his last trial. I was on my way back from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it.
She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. Amira knew of this because of her part in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew.
What?
Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something.
I know. I know if I open vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
That's it.
Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin?
I know about the Vanishing Act, of course. But I had no idea of the routes that would be used.
I think you'd want to know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Why didn't that magician tell me?
Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know.
Which is why he bound Lemurior to secrecy. Well, Lemurior,
I'm impressed, Mr. Attorney. Machi was right about you.
so what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that. But I'm still a little confused. Why is that, Your Honor? As I said before,
Show it again.
there's very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared.
She speed ran that shit.
20 seconds tops? How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice. That's a good question. Can the witness explain this to the court?
Rat flag.
Oh no.
Okay. I cannot.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Yes. It's all up to you. Do your thing. What thing, Your Honor? You need to explain how Lamio was able to teleport like she did. Oh, I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Why do I get picked on? Lamio isn't going along with the program here.
As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion in detail. Yeah.
Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. I'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it'll be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Yes, if you would, please.
like force me to say it. I can't volunteer this information. I have to pull it out of me. Okay. All right.
Yep.
I feel like a student before finals.
Good luck, Apollo. I'm just here for moral support.
But I'm a magician, so I'm not gonna help you.
I'm actually rooting against you this time. Sorry. The big illusion.
them's the breaks.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There was an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something. As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. All right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lemire is saying and what we can see plainly in the video.
I figured it out already. I am a magician after all.
Well, tell me.
Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here, you freak.
The big illusion.
Okay, so the fact that it's just 2 minutes, I feel like we should press and maybe see if she tells us a bit more. 'Cause Judge just got done saying 20 seconds tops. So now apparently she had 2 minutes, so it's like, okay, this illusion is deeper than we thought, apparently. 2 minutes.
Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you're running.
Running in that cramped, dark tunnel above the ceiling.
Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me.
Heh, that's true, but... So you're saying that on the night of the concert you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lemire disappears in the video for 20 seconds. She says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How?
If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video. So we have to watch
Well,
it again.
Mr. Justice? I guess let's just watch it again. Just bite the bullet and watch it one more time. Alright, so she's singing, and she has her brooch.
Yeah, because there was a brooch.
She has a brooch here. Actually, can we fast forward? Let's just go to the next section. She still has a brooch, I believe, in this 3D models. As soon as this man burns. Yeah, she still has the brooch there. Okay, skip to the next section. Now see, double check when she reappears. Alright, skip this too. Here we go. And when she comes back... No brooch.
Does that help us, though?
Yes.
That was still
Got there in 2 minutes because it's had a brooch and then didn't have a brooch, which means... And if she was doing stuff in more time than that... And it's a fake.
But when
It's
does
too
the fake
Lemire.
come? 'Cause she
No.
has it, and then 20 seconds later she doesn't. Where does the 2 minutes come in?
Saying that this is a completely different Lemire standing here than the one who comes as the actual one, and she had lost her brooch in the vent already. So that's why. 'Cause the brooch is gone, so throw the brooch at her. Or throw the video, or I don't know, one or the other.
Okay.
Or throw the video then the brooch. Perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that could explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony. It's all in the brooch. Act! Evidence explaining the discrepancy. Present evidence.
I guess we'll do it.
Throw the brooch. The brooch explains it because she had a brooch and then doesn't have a brooch.
So the brooch then, I guess.
Lemire, do you happen to remember this brooch? And she was in the vents and just fell from the ceiling into the branch.
For the brunch.
The branch. Yeah, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not? It's found at the scene, Your Honor.
And what brings this up now? Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped.
So did I, but we hadn't. Take another look at the video. Oh no. Okay, this is not gonna start from the beginning.
Yeah, like we spent so much money on this, guys. Please watch.
Look at these freaking high fidelity DS models. Now, here you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's look a bit later. Get your hero shot at the end. What? The brooch, it's gone.
What?
Yes. The brooch disappeared in that short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The Lemur we see before the Vanishing Act and Lemur we see after are two different people.
She have an evil twin or something.
The brooch was found on the floor of the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Direct's a little bit of a strong word, but I mean, it bounced, so fair enough. Lemur, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the cry?
Yes, I think I did.
Order, Prosecutor Gavin.
Your expression. I gather you had no idea this was the case, Sir Judge. I, of course, knew about it.
What?
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time.
So, I was right? There was a switch?
There was. Just before the stage tower rose, Lemur was replaced.
Oh, and the subject is who was this replacement, Lemur? She had quite the figure.
Was the man behind the illusion? Balance Gomerai.
The mustached old man? It was Cramery. Cleans up nice. That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing.
Yes?
The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage. That's right, but this fake Luminar is still singing. And she's pretty good. That's true.
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording.
The Gaviniers had some kind of guitar band, Fräulein.
Oh, you mean I'm wrong?
You air guitar all the
We
time.
play a show live. We play live, no recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lemur.
Very well.
Yes. Do tell and add it to your testimony.
I had to keep singing even while I moved.
Alright.
Sing.
Tell me more. Singing the entire time. You were singing?
Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings. So I used this.
This poor blind lady that no one knows is blind. It's like you're gonna freaking run through this tunnel in a vent and have to be seeing the whole time. And you can't see anything. Just be running through a vent. Just like, oh, I just have to pretend. Like, yep, I got this. So I can show you this trick. You just go through this vent. I was like, yep. Tears running down her face.
Murder going on
I can do that. Getting killed. And just like, you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage?
Why should it matter where I sing? When wherever I go and sing happiness is the singer. Yeah.
But if you were singing while you were walking...
That's right, wouldn't the shooter and the victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all.
That is right.
Are you sure?
You have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling.
Once again, we come back to the state of the crime.
What state?
Ah, I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo.
A speaker? It's right by the vent. The speaker was blaring at the time of the murder.
Now let's try monitoring the stage of this room.
Monitoring?
This room. It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. I'm tired, sorry.
It's okay.
Useful for knowing when your set is coming up.
Satisfied? The dressing room was fitted with a large speaker, playing the direct feed from the stage. That's my request, actually.
Lamiar singing in the ceiling. Sounded just like Lamiar singing over the speaker. Guess get a freaking feedback loop.
Yes.
It gets interference and like she's freaking lip sync. No. Ingenious. Her voice was hidden by her voice. Lamiar?
I have just remembered something.
Do tell.
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes. It startled me, so I stopped singing.
What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
The song stopped?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse. So not many would notice.
Forehead. Is that mixing board I lent you? Where is it?
The mixing, huh?
Gave us the whole board and we were just been carrying it around.
Yes, it's in my pocket.
That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into
The
tracks.
infernal machines like that one you took from my freaking thing and stole it. No. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
very
I completely
perfect
forgot
time.
about it.
Just had this in my pocket.
Let's take a listen.
Oh my god.
Hope you like hearing this 5 times, because we're gonna have to look at each track separately.
So, beginning of second verse. Pleasure, but a fleeting melody. Song does stop there. Does? I must have missed it. Look at the lyric sheet in the top of the second verse. Pleasure, pleasure. It says pleasure, pleasure. Supposed to say it. She said it once. Hope someone got fired for that blunder. Now listen again. Just starts the entire thing from the beginning. Pleasure. There's evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake. Thinking your band was good. So what? The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamior's ballad. That's true. And no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter. Which means that Darian Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
Fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turned around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
Our forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based on Lamior's testimony.
It is indeed entirely based. Yes, is there any problem with this?
Well, it's quite simple. That's what pays me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant?
But you have no proof.
All I'm saying is that the truth is is as yet unclear. Until we hear directly from the man himself.
Man behind the slaughter. A man you don't mean.
Purple guy. So he is a friend and band member. Diane Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way.
Someone with a new perspective as on the case? Yeah.
As a suspect, to be frank.
So Gavin will still do the bullshit, but in the end of the game, it's like he already is just like Edgeworth, and it's just like, yeah, we're just kind of going for the truth here. So it's like, yeah, gotta bring my boy in as a suspect, then we're gonna do it. Now it's like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
He'll fight you along the way, but he's not gonna, stick his head in the sand. So finally, the rat's coming out of his hole.
No, no.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Darian.
No.
I'm calling Gavin a rat. No. And I'm ready to catch him, Darian Crest, and get ready for justice. It's as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess. Prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. No.
I'm going to become Super Saiyan.
Tune in next time. Darian Crescent defeated.
Everybody, lend me your power.
Starts doing air guitar and his hair starts glowing and anyway.
Can't handle this level of rock and roll.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well, the court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess. To be continued. Yeah!
Hour and 36
You did it.
minutes.
I
You did it.
won.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And tomorrow we can do the finale.
Trial date. Now,
Yeah.
see, now it doesn't say day 2, trial day 2. It just says trial day 2, the trial resumes. I don't know why. The first beginning of the day, it doubles up.
Magic.
Anyway, yeah, everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Adios.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Celebrating Virginia.